bum, 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 bum. Oof. Is it too late or too early for Bone Thugs and Harmony? Hey YouTube, it's me, Christiana. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to When in Doubt Pink. Hello. It's been a little minute, okay? I think we all saw this coming though. Let's be fucking for real. Ooh. Let's be for real. We saw this coming, okay? If you don't know, now you know. Your girl is involved in a lot of political activity, okay? My work, my day job, right, is inherently political, all right? And you know, it's election season. At the time of this video, there's like maybe like two and a half weeks or something until the election, and it's go time. We're saving the world from fascism, okay? Hello friends. It's me from the future. It's Saturday, November 9th. And I'm so sorry, y'all. You know? So many people like gave it their best this election cycle, and there are so many criticisms of the Democratic Party. So many that even I personally had to like lay to the side just to try to keep the orange man at bay, and we didn't do that. And like, not only did we not do that, but Kamala got spanked. Like, if we're being real, she got spanked in them polls. I don't know what we gonna do, y'all, but I do know, you know, those of us who fight will continue to fight. I've gotten my like ugly tears out, my ugly crying, frustration, because in the 10 years that I've been involved with my union, I personally haven't been a part of too many losses, if that makes sense. Like campaign losses. I don't have that many under my belt, and the Capricorn in me always wants to see the fruits of my labor pay off, you know. The Christiana logic is like, if you work really hard at a thing, you stay focused on the thing, you like, you know, tunnel vision, you should see the fruits of your labor. And really there was nothing. Like, we gave it our own. We left nothing on the table, and it just wasn't enough to combat the apathy of some people, but also the racism and bigotry of other people, or the selfishness of other people. It's been really hard, you know. I've had a couple days to sit with this now, and I'm in a much better place than I was. It's just really hard. It's just really, really hard. I think I mostly cried for selfish reasons, you know, because during the Trump years, I remember just feeling so stressed all the time, not knowing what he was going to say next, or what he was going to do next, or if he was going to piss off the right person, you know. Very hard times. And I like cry for my mental health at that time. And I was here with you guys, you know, for some of it. But I remember really being a wreck during those times, and I don't miss that. Anyway, you know, take care of yourself, all of you. Do the mental health thing. Take a break if you have to. Try not to do too much doom scrolling. And yeah, I mean, the fight continues. I don't get super duper political in this space because that's what I do with the whole rest of my life. You know what I mean? This is my space to relax and have fun and play in makeup and do the other things that I enjoy and share them with you. But the air we breathe is political. And I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get back to it. I wanted to catch up because it's been a minute. I have a new makeup palette, which yesterday I actually did vlog. I vlogged and then I realized that, like, girl, I don't think you can just put out a vlog without doing like a, hey, I know I've been away, I'm coming back video first. So like, let me do that first and then I'll put out the vlog. But I also committed to myself that I will probably not put even this video out until I have at least a second vlog in the chopper. You heard? Yeah. Anyway, I got this palette. It's from ColourPop. It's a Stranger Things theme. I've never watched the show before, but I'm guessing it's like kind of supernaturally because there's like an alien thing there. But I was influenced, okay, into buying this makeup palette. It wants to focus on my face, so we'll let it do that. I was influenced into buying this palette because I just started watching this woman named Emma Fleming. She does makeup on here. She did this beautiful, like, kind of vampy kind of makeup look. I thought it was gorgeous. And some of the colors in this palette, like this blue in the corner, for example, is just not what it seems. Like, she put it on her lid and I was like, oh wow, like I could have never guessed that it would have looked like that. And I haven't swatched these yet. I guess I'm doing it as I'm saying it because there's some that are just like calling out to me for touch. I usually like ColourPop and the stuff that they come out with. So I really wasn't, like, my expectations were already high. But yeah, I want to play around. Maybe I'll try to like duplicate that little look, but probably not because that girl, she's amazing. And I love it. I love makeup. I'm a makeup enthusiast, as we know. However, I do feel like if you're not regularly using it, you are losing it, okay? Your girl used to be a makeup artist and I used to be very, very good, and I'm just not as good as I used to be, but I still love makeup. So yeah, I'm gonna dabble around with this while we chat and catch up. 4-minute intro, yikes. Anywho, okay. All right, let's come in. Okay, Chief of Police. I don't like that. The name of this like brow bone color I just used is called Chief of Police. I don't like that. All right, let me get to it. Okay, so first off, thank you so much to everybody who's been thinking about me, leaving comments on some of my older videos, checking in, hitting me up on the gram, all the things. Thank you. It's really nice and like feels good that it's like, yo, people be thinking about you. That feels really good, and I appreciate those of the girls who get it, because sometimes defending democracy and stuff is more important than me blabbing my mouth twice a week. It does not come without penalty though, I'll tell you that. I think I lost like 40 subs in my time away. I was like, sheesh. I'm not gonna do like my full video style. There are some categories that just make it easier for me to kind of get back into the flow of things, so I'm gonna do that, you know. So the next actually is my mental health check-in. I am doing okay, you know. I am exhausted for sure. This is like been one of the hardest things I've had to do in a while, the work that I'm currently doing. Just to share a little bit, almost, was that 6 months ago? I don't know, a little while ago I got promoted, right? For a little bit that meant just like a little bit of a heavier workload than I had previously with the like election stuff happening, right? I actually took on a team, right? And so instead of being just worried about me and what I got going on, okay, I suddenly became in charge of a team of like or 4 people, but me being the 4th, right? So like I now am like overseeing 3 other people's work, and that's hard, okay? That's real hard. And it's definitely been challenging, let me tell you. Okay, it's been a challenge, mostly on my patience. Mostly like, I'm a hothead. I don't know if you noticed that. It don't take nothing to irritate me or like piss me off, for real. The Lord is working on me, you know? And I think of all things, that's been the most challenging, is like having to like stop, create space for people to have questions, to be reasonable about like what can another person accomplish in certain amounts of time, or actually dealing with other people as humans, right? Like people have stuff going on, people have life going on, and like we're doing this really hard work, but also like having to tap into my own humanity while we're like working really hard, but also like having to stay tapped into the humanity of other folks, making sure that like people feel supported and that I got their backs, and that, you know what I mean, like but also like having expectations of it's been a time, baby. It's been a time, but also that I feel like this is going to also be a time where in a couple of months I think I'm gonna miss all of these folks, because a lot of the folks that I'm leading are from like different parts of my union, in different areas. But yeah, it's been an experience. Very trying. I think I just figured out that I don't like my mirror this far away where it is, but I don't want to move it right now. It's always when you want to do something that everybody and their mama and their mama's dog want to come and interrupt. There's this dog outside, he about to get got. He's about to get it. I want to move forward. I want to talk about some things that have brought me joy, but only like things that have brought me joy in the last like couple of months generally, okay? Because we actually we've missed a lot of things together, just because maybe I vlogged but just like didn't have capacity to edit. That actually happened a couple of times, but I'm gonna insert some clips here because your girl was outside, okay? Would you believe me if I told you I went to Alaska back in August? Alaska. It was amazing. Okay, first of all, it was a work trip, right? And I was there for a couple of days, helping the folks out there get their social media off the ground. They called me in specifically. The first couple of days I was there, it was like really cloudy, like really just like you couldn't really see much that was going on, but I was still kind of tickled by the way that it looked there. It reminded me of Detroit in a lot of ways, the way that the streets like actually looked. And it's funny because like when you travel, like, or like when I travel anyway, like I always think I'm gonna like see something different, I don't know, but really like it feels like everywhere in the States at least is always gonna look like somewhere else in the States. You know, like even all the way in Alaska, the streets look like Detroit, Michigan. Like, and not in like a bad way, but just the structure, like the infrastructure, the bars, the style of the buildings, a lot of the buildings just really reminded me of Detroit, Michigan. But it was beautiful. And on the last day, on my last day there, my coworker drove me out to somewhere, I couldn't even tell you, but it was mountains, okay? Okay, we did a little bit of hiking, okay? We went to a beach, like she took me, we went to a couple places, like we were just we would go see the thing, get back in the car, she would drive me somewhere else. Like there was a beach, Like, not like where people get naked on it though, but like it was like a little beach, you know, because it was, you know, it's cold, but it's like warm-ish for them. I had my coat on because it was cold for me, but it's August. It was a lot going on, but it took me to this pretty beach. It reminded me of something off of Twilight. And then I'm about to start crying again because I was just crying so much while I was there, because I've never seen anything so beautiful, and I was just like tapping into the fact that I was really there. You know, like you ever just like have these moments where you're like, yo, I'm really here. Like, I'm seeing this shit with my own eyes and I'm really here. I just like kept having moments like that while I was there. And and I was taking pictures of everything and videos of stuff. We went up on this like gigantic mountain where people's houses are, and there's like an area for people to come and sit down and stuff, and the clouds were like next to my face. Like, we were up in the clouds. We were so high up. We were in the clouds. And I've been invited back. They want me to come in the winter time, and I'm like, girl, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, going August was fine enough. Okay. But they want me to come back, especially because it seems like we might actually have some reshoots to do, because the lawyer had thoughts about some of the content that we got. That's like not my fault, you know what I mean? That's just stuff that happens sometimes. Or like if the workers say something that's a bit too spicy, you know, the lawyer will have thoughts about it. And so I think I actually do have to go back for a reshoot at some point. But most importantly, like, I made a friend, you know. My coworker Jasmine, we've been on this team together for, I guess, almost 2 years now, you know. And she always seemed like she probably would be cool to hang out with, you know. And so I'm really happy that I got to meet with her in person. We got to spend all this time together, and actually she feels like somebody I could be day-to-day friends with. You know, like, you have your friends that you're just like acquaintances. You have like people you see sometimes and they, you know, whatever. Then you have like your friends that like they know your day-to-day business. You know, like, she seems like she could be really like a day-to-day friend. But she lives in Alaska. You know, like, sheesh. You know, I finally make a friend. She lives on the other side of the world. Other side of the country, at least. But, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. I met Mayor Pete about a month or two ago. Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation. I met Mayor Pete. He came to Philly to like talk to some workers who work at the airport, and you know, I'm the comms girly, so I got to go and I met with his comms person, and they were really cool too. They were asking me about cheesesteaks. And it was a good time. He was really nice. Like, he was actually nice. You know, like some like politicians or whatever, like, you know, they're nice, but you could tell they're working. Where he actually seemed like he was for real, like listening to the folks, like taking in what they're saying, follow-up questions. Like, I have no shade for the man. Like, he was actually really cool. My brother got married a couple weeks ago, and his wife, that's so weird. My brother's younger than me by like 6 years, but his wife asked for me to do her makeup for the wedding. Beats by Chris, book me, okay? Because I ate no crumbs. All right, I already knew that. I already knew I was gonna do a good job. I really was about to say that. But yeah, we did a practice run, and we did a practice run, and as soon as I got a flavor of what it was she was looking for, I knew we was gonna be all right. But also, I think it was good that I got to like spend some time with her, just like one-on-one, getting to know who she is and stuff like that. Because I am kind of a deadbeat family member, and so I think a lot of my family kind of knows her a little better than me, just because I'm not around a lot. She be working. If there's one thing about me, I'm gonna blend some shit. I feel like this The pigmentation of this eyeshadow palette is like super good, and for whatever reason I've like failed to really pack it in. So I'm just gonna go back over what I was just doing and pack it in, because it almost is coming off as being sheer because I've blended it out so much. And I think I'm gonna take the Access and go down the bottom while I'm on here. Oh, I almost forgot too. I went to a Black women, it's called Black Women in Media. No, sorry, Black Girls in Media. I went to a conference that they had in New York. Also, was that August? I think that, oh, it was the last week of August I went. And that was a big deal for me because, you know, I am the Black on my team, and I don't really get to see the others very often, just because we're like in different departments and things like that, and some of us live around the country, right? And so any opportunity that I can get to like fellowship and just be around other Black women who are doing something, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. There's a pot of money in my organization to be able to support folks who want to go to different conferences for professional growth, or you know, whatever it is. And so that's also something that's really beautiful is that I like wanted to go to this thing, and I was able to go and be sponsored to go and represent like my union and stuff like that in this space. And I met so many cool people. I met a girl, as soon as I came in there, I just started chatting with this girl, and she asked me if I wanted to exchange Instagrams with her or whatever, and she told me like that she worked for Sesame Street, right? And we exchanged Instagrams, and literally she's in a picture with Big Bird. You know Big Bird. Like what, you know? And I just thought that was so cool. Black women are really doing it out here, period. I met some other really cool people too, but that was like the most impressive thing to me, that homegirl was like BFFs with Big Bird. I think another thing that's been kind of cool lately, on the back of what I was saying about like now that I like am leading a little team right now, being able to teach them stuff that really brings me joy. I, you know, really enjoy like filming and making videos for my organization, and people know that, and they like bring me in to do different things from time to time. And since I'm running the communications for one of the largest ground operations in the state, you know, I have been working on some like political ads, right? Like ads, and teaching kind of my duckies, teaching my duckies how to do it too. That's been really cool and like really valuable for them. Like they can take this skill and go anywhere if they want. And you know, it's also like the first time that I was told that hundreds of thousands of dollars were gonna go towards something that I made so that millions of people could see the thing that I had made. I remember I was freaked out. I still am sometimes. But also like, again, teaching these other people how to do the thing, they will have an opportunity to like be able to have their work shown to millions of people. Very cool stuff. I'm just looking at my little list here of topics, and I'm like, girl, ain't no tea on me. Ain't no tea on me, because your girl is like kind of in robot mode right now, where I'm just like waking up every day, like rolling over, like going to the bathroom, rinsing my body off, brushing my teeth off, like or whatever, you know. I have like a uniform of leggings, t-shirt, hoodie, leggings, t-shirt, hoodie, leggings, t-shirt, hoodie, okay, natural face, leggings, t-shirt, hoodie. And honestly, that was kind of a decision too, because when you're like ripping and running like this, you gotta, or at least somebody like me who like struggles with decisions, like I get decision fatigue. That was probably one of the best things I could have done for myself, was like create a little uniform. It's a weird thing to say, but it actually does feel like my life is like on a little bit of a hold. Ooh, this is beautiful. Look at that. All right, we're gonna use my finger because when I went to use the brush, the color was so soft that it wasn't doing much. But with my finger, we're getting a little color payoff here. This reminds me of like a mermaid, like mermaid scale, like tail fins. Gorgeous. What does this look like over top? Ooh. Okay. Okay, so I used this corner color like I knew I would, and then I put a little swipey swipe of this on top. It's looking good. It's looking real good. I gotta blend it out, but that coloring is nice. Nice. Yeah, that's really pretty. I do want to go back with some of the burgundy on the outside though. I feel like I lost it. Yeah, so gorgeous. I think I might put some of that red under my eye though. We could talk about music. I don't know. Okay, so I feel like I've been all over the place when it comes to music generally, because, and I think I said this in the vlog that I did yesterday, but you won't see it till after, right? Is that I've been reading my buns off, okay? Reading my buns off to the point where I actually might integrate, I've been, my love of reading has been reignited, yeah? And one thing I figured out too in this is that all the awkward black girls that I've been trying to find on this platform for years are on BookTube. Why nobody told me that? And y'all are some intellectual ladies, I know it, okay? Nobody told me that the awkward black girls were on BookTube. So now I'm into it, okay? I've been like finding girlies that I like, black girlies, white girlies, Asian girlies, all on BookTube, but they're like my kind of people, all of them. Okay, I did it and I hate it. I'm bringing shit down. I'm bringing down the vibes, but now I have to commit. I don't like the red underneath. This isn't the right shade actually, because I've done red on the bottom line, but this isn't the right shade. Hate it. It's too late. Actually, no, it's not too late. I'm gonna put more black and kind of blend it out. But anyway, yeah, all the awkward black girls, all the kinds of girls that I would want to watch are all on BookTube. And I've been watching them and getting book suggestions. Although, like, honestly, like Sarah J Maas is about to just really just shake my ass down for another 9 books or something. Like, I think I've already read 8 or 9 books of hers, and now I got another 8 books to go. And it's funny because like I accidentally started a book club at work over these books from Sarah J Maas, the Court of Thorn and Roses series, and then I read The Crescent City right after, but I still have to read Throne of Glass, and that's the one I'm gonna start back up. It's been really good for my mental health. I should have said that earlier. Reading has been excellent for my mental health. Just being able to think about something else after a long day, all right? You know, everybody's got their vices after work, all right? I've been reading a lot. And it's just, it feels good. It feels good, and so I'm going with it. Tempted to start a BookTube, but I know I won't keep it up, which is why I was like, I could talk about books over here. But I think I have been lately, yeah. You know anybody that talk about books while doing makeup? Let me know. I've also been watching a lot of girlies put on makeup. That's how I found Emma. Emma Fleming, the girl that got me on this eyeshadow palette. I am still a girly who watches makeup tutorials in 2024. It's very relaxing. And also sometimes I like learn a new technique, or I discover a new makeup palette that I might want, or whatever it is. She does a lot of ColourPop tutorials too, which makes it like affordable, accessible. I want to think more about whether or not I'm gonna add more to my eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my foundation on while I think. Oh, that's what I was saying. Ooh, the ADHD is bad, baby. Okay, I was talking about music. I was talking about music and I got off task. Okay, so what I was gonna say is that because I've been reading a lot, like as I'm reading, and this is like such a quirky, weird thing, and I would love to know if other people's brains do this, but when I'm reading sometimes, or doing other things too, like if I'm watching a TV series or something like that, every once in a while a song will just like pop into my mind, and it could be a song that I haven't heard in years, not like something I'm currently listening to. Sometimes it works out that way, but oftentimes not. And what I have found in me reading these different books is that I have like kind of developed a playlist. And then so there's my To the Stars playlist, which I'll have here, and then there's just songs that I've been listening to just generally, that's like on my repeats, right? Stuff I'm just listening to over and over again. And then there are albums that have popped into my mind, like full albums, right? Like for the Postal Service, if you are into that, right? There's a band called the Postal Service. They made one freaking album years ago. I'm pretty sure I was in like the 7th grade or something the first time I heard this album, and they never made any more music, but they tour off of this one album still to this day, right? And love the Postal Service, and I just started listening to the album Give Up. Like that John just came out yesterday. I think the earworm of it all has passed me in the last like week and a half or something, but it was bad. It was bad. I was listening to that album front to back every day, like it just came out for no reason at all. And then maybe there was like a song or two that actually did work well with what I was reading, but I wasn't listening to the album because of the books, you know what I mean? But then there are some songs on there that I put on my like To the Stars playlist. But what I did find is that some of the Twilight Saga soundtracks actually do work very well with this type of fantasy reading. I'm a fantasy girl. That's the thing. I didn't realize that I would be, or like that's what the category is really, but it is true for me that I love like mystical creature falls in love with human girl trope. That's my jam, that's my shit. Ooh, it got really dark on us, huh? let me see, is it weird if I turn this up? Ooh, too loud, too bright, I'm gonna put it back because at least we can see me. Okay, anyway, then I started listening to Good Charlotte again, and I was definitely in the 6th grade when I heard the Chronicles of Life and Death and the Young and the Hopeless albums from Good Charlotte, listening to them Jones like they came out yesterday. I've just been really just attaching myself to the things that I know that I love, so that I can just make it through this really difficult time. Because I am in the midst of a very difficult time, high stress, high energy time right now. I don't love that for me, but it's excellent for my growth and development. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go for the rest of my life, everyone I love, everyone I care about, you're all gonna wanna know what's wrong with me. I'm ending this right now. Okay. What else is here that I could talk about? I don't know. I feel like the pop culture stuff is all over the place right now. I'm kind of not excited to talk about any of that stuff. The Diddy of it all that. I'm exhausted of that. I will say though, I've started watching, I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries 1, because I never finished that series. I think at some point Damon and Stefan like get kidnapped by like, I don't know, whatever. I remember being young and feeling like I was feeling stressed by the direction of the storyline at the time, and so I stopped watching it. And I remember that show went on for seasons and seasons after I stopped watching it. And so I'm very curious as to where they went with the story. And so I started watching Vampire Diaries again. So that's something I've been doing. I'm not rushing through it, but like if I'm like I want to watch something, that's what I'm watching right now. I also am gonna try to watch Real Housewives of New York. I tried to watch Potomac, the first episode of Potomac. I didn't love it. I didn't, or it's like not that I hated it. I couldn't get into it. That's kind of the right way to talk about it. I couldn't get into it. The reenactment of Karen's like drinking and driving thing storyline, I'm not interested in that. They have like a lot of random people walking around the show. Not super into that. I think the Mia Gordon, who's the father storyline is tired. I don't want to watch it. So I don't think I'm going to watch it. But I really love Jenna Lyons. And I love like I love to hate Bren kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the New York City girls, I think they'll have my attention for just a bit longer. I don't know. And maybe because everything with them is still kind of fresh. I'm trying to figure out if the one girl, if her husband is cheating on her, because that's how she making it kind of come across. Forgot her name. Erin? I think her name is Erin. Anyway, that's the stuff I'm watching. I want to be able to go to the movies and see a few things, but who knows if that's gonna happen. I'll be lucky if I actually make it out for Halloween like I'm planning to. I canceled on my cousin last year for work, and I don't want to do that 2 years in a row, but it's kind of a bad time. This lighting is making my shit look so crazy. Well, I guess I could just turn the big light on. Let's see. Is that better or worse? I don't think it mattered. All right, anyway. How about we just back up a little bit? How about that? I think that might help, or it helps me look even crazier. Yeah. I think that's what's happening. Anyway, this is my face before bronzer. Okay, I think I'm gonna use the lip bar to bring my face back to life. Now, is it just me, or does it feel like the YouTube algorithm is actually like algorithming? Hear me out. Okay, I feel like the last like couple of weeks I've been seeing tons of like new YouTubers pop up. People, sometimes they like have a small following, sometimes they actually have a really large following, and it's like, where the freak you've been all this time? You know what I mean? I've been noticing that lately. Like my suggested videos and stuff like that are actually giving. Because like you guys know, I've been really on the hunt. I'm always on the hunt for new people to watch just generally, but just like normal girls, girls who like aren't like hell-bent on the like luxury living thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not, I don't know what it is. I'm not like I'm not attracted to that kind of content. I don't know, it could be because I'm a hater because I'm poor, but I'm just not attracted to that kind of content. Now I'm using my holy grail, Juvia's Place. Maybe in 2025 I will find some more bronzers that actually work for me that are not Juvia's, because this can't be the only damn palette in the world, huh? Can't be, right? I don't think I'm gonna do blush. I feel like it looks more dramatic this way, but maybe I do a little bit of highlight with something from out of this palette again. Like, is this sparkle too much? It is, but I like it. I think I'm super duper hoping also that when I go to edit this, everything I'm saying makes sense. Because I feel so rusty. Like, I feel so rusty at this, but I don't like want to take all day coming back because I feel rusty, you know? I just want to like jump in, do the things until I feel normal again. So that's what we're gonna try to do. While I was on the ColourPop website, I had picked up a mascara and I picked up this lippy. The mascara is dry, and that was a risk I took because I worked for e.l.f. For about a year once upon a time, and literally every time you would open up a mascara, it was dry as a bone immediately. And so I learned really early like that, like the cheaper places are not worth the risk when it comes to certain things like mascara. Anywho, I got this ultra matte lippy. I wonder if that makes it dry. Like, does it have any kind of moisture? I'm also not sure if this is from the Stranger Things collection or is it from something else. I think this might be, is it Haunted Mansion? I think this is from a different collection though. Anyway, let's see what it gives. What if I made the lighting more orange? Would that help? I think that did help a little bit. Oh, it's a little orange. I think that did help. Okay. Ooh. I don't like the applicator, the stick. It's stupid. Stupid, but it does help you get precise. Well, it is dry too though. It's really dry. I can feel it. Like the formula is dry. It smells good. That was dumb. That was dumb for me to rub it like that. Ah. Now my lips are like overdrawn. Ew, why is it coming out so all chunky? Girl, not this lipstick coming out all chunky. Weird. Ooh, but it is drying down really nice though. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I got a little lip liner. Maybe that's what it needs. Oh, it's drying so hard though. It's drying very dry. Trying to overdraw it a little bit because I already overdrew it. Gotta commit now. Mostly you gotta commit because this damn lippy is so dry. They use alcohol to get this drawn off. I feel like it needs something. I'm trying to like look at my full face, but it needs something. It needs something. Well, let me think about it while I like spray my face though. Have I shared my face dryer with you? Okay, so once upon a time, I thought that I wanted a new blow dryer, right? Even though there was nothing wrong with my Old Faithful. I bought this blow dryer and I hated it. However, I did not throw it away and I didn't give it away. And then at some point a couple months ago, you know, I always, like I have a manual fan, you know, that I use when I'm like spraying my face down, because that's, you know, spray your face so that everything can melt together, because you can see already like my face is melted and like it looks more seamless now, right? I was like, I wonder if I could just use the blow dryer. But there's something that feels like unsanitary about using a blow dryer that you've been using on your hair. However, I only used this one time to try it. So it's very much still clean, like still clean, nothing, you know, weird about it. And the thing I like about it the most is that it has a cool setting, a cool shot setting that is like a setting, not like you have to hold it down to make it cool. You know what I mean? And so I just literally keep it on the cool. And then, you know, booyah. Very, very good. And I just keep it here to dry my face down after I melt it. This is giving vampy. I like it though. I'm into it. I want to take some pictures now. We gotta find me a little shirt or something, because I'm just like in my jammies talking to you. Talking too much though, because this joint went on long. Hopefully I said something. Hopefully I said something. You like my braids? I've decided to boycott knotless braids and go back to the old-fashioned box braids. And that was the best damn thing I could have done. Can you believe these braids are actually like a month and 2 weeks old, looking like this? You see, like literally these braids are like, before you know it'll be 2 months old. Do I look like I'm about to take them out anytime soon? No. Okay, because they're holding on. This is the best set of braids I've had in ages. Although RIP to my real hair though, because she was cutting them braids, and I hate when they do that because you know, they run the risk of cutting your hair. So we'll see how it goes when I take them out eventually, but we're not about to worry about that. Not right now. Anywho, I'm gonna go stop stalling, and I will see you guys later. Like I said, I'm gonna really try not to even post this until I have more vlogs ready to go. But you know, little by little, we're coming back. Bye.